வணக்கம் மக்களே. நம்ம வந்து இன்றைக்கி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கார்டியன்ஸ் ஆஃப் த கேலக்ஸி இன்றைக்கி வந்து சாப்டர் 9 போகிறோம். ஆல்ரெடி 8 சாப்டர் விளையாடி இருக்கோம். 8 சாப்டர் நீங்கள் பார்க்கலன்னா அதை பார்த்துருங்க. அப்போ தான் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு கண்டினியூட்டி இருக்கும். ஃபுல் கேம் ப்ளே. இன்கேஸ் நீங்கள் விளையாடும் போது உங்களுக்கு எதாவது ஹெல்ப் தேவைப்பட்டுச்சுனாலும் நீங்கள் இதுலேருந்தே பார்த்து எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஓகே, ஸோ லெட்ஸ் கோ. So chapter 9 வந்து என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா desperate times.
As much as the next guy, but we barely got out of there alive.
What about 𝐏𝐂?
She made a choice.
So you're just gonna abandon her and Nikki? What if it was Groot? You gonna leave him behind too?
I am Groot.
Don't talk like that. That's not what this is about.
Isn't it though? We're supposed to be a team. Teams don't leave people behind.
Tell that to the giant Kratakan army of robots and brainwashed believers we barely got away from.
அமுரா வந்துருச்சு.
𝐏𝐿.
Is that?
Yes.
How'd you get back?
It doesn't matter. I failed. Raker lives.
For now.
We have to go back. We can't leave Nikki there.
அதே தான் நானும் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன்.
He'll turn her into.
Blah blah flark and blah. So you got stepdaddy issues and had a horrible childhood. Boo-hoo.
Rocket!
What? It's true. Guess what? You ain't the only one here who had it bad. It don't mean we're angling to commit suicide because some pseudo-priest nutjob is doing surprise nutjob stuff. If we go back there, we're dead. D-E-D! Dead!
I am Groot.
I'd rather die with honor than without.
Crawled up her butt and died.
I am Groot.
So, get the flark out of Dodge?
Not yet. We should try to get a hold of 𝐏𝐂 instead.
I am Groot.
Great plan, only he ain't answering the passport.
Okay, but what choice do we have? We don't have comms.
Well, actually, we might have comms. It turns out they weren't as flarked as I originally thought.
Really?
Groot should be able to raise them. Okay.
Sounds like Murder Mom's feeling more stabby than usual. Hey! Better not slice through anything in that cargo bay. We ain't restocking anytime soon. Harsh! Excuse me, I ain't the one advocating to throw ourselves to the floor. Right, Drax?
Yes,
You all right there, Drax?
I am pondering that question.
And that makes total sense. After what happened with Nikki and that twisted promise, having to watch the people we love die all over again.
My family did not simply die. They were murdered by Thanos. I do not wish to discuss it.
சரி விடு.
Oh, somebody!
What you working on, Rocket?
Just a little upgrade for the Milano's weapon systems. I told you I'd put that quarantine zone tech to good use if you hit it from Nova Core.
Cool. How soon can we try it out?
Depends on how long you're gonna stand there bothering me. You want something? Ain't this a nice bench? Perfect for tinkering.
எனக்கு இதெல்லாம் வேணாம்டா, என்கிட்ட காசு இல்லை. எதுவுமே அப்கிரேட் பண்ண முடியாது.
Nothing at all? All right.
இல்லடா, நேரம் போகிறேன்.
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out and...
Who's Bluebird?
𝐏𝐿, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a Bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravager's space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't.
என்னடா சொல்ற?
Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Chitauri have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in that snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many Resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime, with you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did.
இப்பதான்
Being a
10
Ravager was
minutes.
the first time I felt like I really belonged. If that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see.
Okay.
Yes, little one.
You talking to me or the llama thing?
I was addressing the creature. She somewhat reminds me of my daughter.
Peter, we need to...
Gamora. Hey.
Is that... 𝐏𝐂's Galactic War Commendation?
Yeah. I rescued it from her office. I was planning to give it back to her until...
No one could have predicted that 𝐏𝐂 was dead. Or that Nikki would be the matriarch.
Or that she might be my kid.
That too.
She's gonna have questions and I don't even know where to begin. How did you and Mom hook up? Why weren't you around? Did you even want me? I've become my dad.
Do you want to practice on me, answering her questions?
𝐏𝐂 never told me about Nikki. She had a chance to tell me 3 years ago and she didn't.
What happened?
You have to promise not to judge me too harshly.
I can't promise that. I love judging people.
Fine. 𝐏𝐂 maybe kind of caught me with a kidnapped 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, I can see why 𝐏𝐂 wouldn't have mentioned Nikki.
It's not like that. I didn't kidnap the kid, 𝐏𝐿 did. I told him it was wrong, that we had to give her back, and he disagreed. So I stole the Milano, and I was trying to return her when 𝐏𝐿 just happened to intercept me.
Mm-hmm.
Look, after the Galactic War ended, 𝐏𝐿 and I went our separate ways. I rejoined the Ravagers and she joined the Nova Corps. It's not like we had a future together. When she caught me with the kid, when I saw the disappointment in her face, I knew I had to turn over a new leaf. Even if it meant turning in 𝐏𝐿.
You're the reason Yondu's in the kiln? No wonder there's a bounty on your Earth name. He must have been pissed.
Yep. But I'd do it all over again. What gets me is that 𝐏𝐿 had plenty of chances to tell me about Nikki, and she didn't. If I had known, maybe...
The important thing is that you know now.
Yeah. I already told Nikki some of the story.
But not all of it.
What was I supposed to say? Hey kid, I hooked up with your mom. I might be your dad.
Maybe not that.
I mean, it was war. I was with the Ravagers hitting Chitauri supply chains. You know, pirate stuff. None of us had any long-term plans beyond survival. Especially not kids. Hell, I only met 𝐏𝐿 because I heard Earth was in Chitauri's crosshairs.
Mercury, yeah, I remember. Richard Ryder established an outpost on the planet's surface.
An undermanned, undergunned, and horribly outnumbered outpost that didn't stand a snowball's chance in hell when the Chitauri launched a sneak attack. Obviously, I had to do something.
Nikki would understand that, I think.
It was so close, Gamora. By the time I convinced 𝐏𝐿 to help, the outpost had fallen. We thought we were too late, so when 𝐏𝐿 and her squad came out of those caves, she was just so... badass. Her forces had been through the ringer, but she wasn't about to give up Mercury without a fight.
That definitely sounds like the 𝐏𝐿 I remember.
I tried to convince 𝐏𝐿 to stay and help retake the outpost, but he saw no profit in dying, so I stayed instead. We spent hours strategizing together, often late into the night. It took 3 days to come up with a counterattack, and even then, it was risky. We thought we were gonna die.
But you didn't.
No, we didn't. And now I have to figure out how to tell my estranged kid her mother's dead. Anyway, until we get Nikki back, we've got bigger fish to fry. This stuff can wait.
True. But when you are ready to talk about it, just be honest with her. The rest will fall into place.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're probably right.
Quill and I don't need to make up. Maybe when Quill makes the right call and flies us far, far away from the church, I'll consider us formally even.
One whole arm. That's what? 10% of Raker down?
And I say we leave the other 90% alone. Can't say I ain't glad I get to dissect this little marvel, but that's as close as I'm getting to this flarking cult ever again.
Chew, move over. What are you looking at?
Oh no, you ain't chewing through any more of my ship.
My ship.
Shoo, flark off!
Wow, that panel must have looked really tasty. What's it for, anyways?
Emergency door controls for the ship. Something a ship owner should know.
Hey, do I look like an engineer?
You don't.
க்ரூட் காம் சிஸ்டம்ஸ் இது பண்ணிட்டு இருந்துச்சு.
How about
என்ன
you,
க்ரூட்
bud?
ஏதாவது தெரிஞ்சா?
Okay? Are you sure? We saw some pretty messed up stuff in there.
I am Groot.
Yeah, maybe I'm not the best person to discuss it with you. You and Rocket should definitely talk about it, though. I'm glad you guys are there for each other. Take care, buddy.
I am Groot.
நீ க்ரூட்டே தான். ஐ எம் க்ரூட்.
Anything yet?
Guardian of Galaxies.
Cosmo, buddy. Where have you been? We've been calling you.
Sorry, Piotr Quill. Cosmos ball's been tied. Universal Church of Truth arrive at nowhere.
What? Are you okay?
He's fine for a moment. Cosmo receive warning in time. But Continuum Cortex is of shutdown for safety. It's been dead, huh?
Your little detective trip almost got us killed. We'll fill you in when we get there.
Yet, this problem is bigger than Cosmo. Guardian of Galaxies must go to Xandar and ask Worldmind for help instead. Cosmo unable to get through. Guardian of Galaxies must actually...
Cosmo, are you
சரிவா
there?
ஜாண்டர் போனோம்
What happened?
அடுத்து வேணும்டா அதுக்குள்ள சண்டைக்கு வந்துட்டாங்க நீங்க யாரா
Are we under attack?
So these are the cowards who defiled Lady Hellbender's honor.
Oh, good.
And who the flark are you?
Normally, I would not engage in conversation with inferior life forms. But my contract with Lady Hellbender stipulates otherwise. Therefore, abomination. You may refer to me by my title. I am Captain Glory, leader of the Lethal Legion.
Lethal Legion? More like Loser Legion.
He surrounded us.
Listen, I get that Lady Hellbender's super pissed, but now's really not the best time.
Did you think that she would ease her bounty simply because you somehow managed to elude the Blood Brothers in nowhere?
Yes?
Then you are as imbecilic as they are. You will not elude me. That I can assure you.
I just need a few minutes. Stall him, Quill.
Why? Where are you going?
Did you mute me? What?
So, Lethal Legion. Cool merc name. I used to run with the Ravagers myself.
We are far superior to you and your Ravagers, Terran scum. The Lethal Legion is composed of the best warriors the universe has ever seen. And me.
Hey, look. I get it. You're the best of the best. You're the captain of a super elite team. I'm the captain of a... elite team.
Some of us are super elite.
You are nothing like me. I am Glary of the Kree Empire. My birthright alone supersedes any sense of worth you foolishly believe you possess.
Spoken like a true Kree.
More like an arrogant a-hole.
Enough! I will not be disrespected. You will be eliminated.
Give it your best shot, Helmet Head. The Milano's gonna blow you out of the sky.
Your ship doesn't have that kind of firepower.
Scan again.
ஹைடிங்
Impossible.
Just a little something we picked up in the quarantine zone.
Looks like you underestimated us.
We'll see.
ரிப்பீட் கேப்டன் டோர் அண்ட் லித்தல் லெஜண்ட் எப்படி
Hit them hard and give no quarter. There's nothing on that garbage scow worth something.
We're taking fire!
எங்கடா இருக்கு ரைட்ல இருக்கு
Stop barking orders, Groot. You don't even know how to fly her.
Got a piece of that guy!
மேல இருக்கு
Feels kind of good to have bounty hunters after us. Means we're making a name for ourselves, right?
Unlike you, I have done my research. Peter Kill.
இதா இருக்காங்க
Drop out and get a better angle if it gets too hot.
I got this, trust me.
இந்த இருக்கான் எங்க சுத்திட்டே இருக்க சுத்தாத மறுபடியும் மேல
These
போகுது
ships ain't dying fast enough.
That's a fixable problem.
Please try to flee. I would love to hunt you down.
Ain't nobody running, you chog hawker.
These guys have really bad timing.
Perfect timing from where I stand.
Hang in there, bud. They ain't killed us yet. Feel free to show off, Quill. They insulted my baby.
Just make sure you're shooting while you do it.
இருக்கு. ஏய் இப்படி ஏய் எங்கடா கண்ட்ரோல் இல்ல.
To Lady H?
She will receive your splintered remains. Where's Drax the Destroyer? My bounty's for 5 of you.
Ain't a bad question.
Jeez, how much money did she offer these guys?
Doesn't matter. She wasted her money.
லாக் ஆச்சு பார்.
Stop barking orders, Groot. You don't even know how to fly her.
அடி உழுவுது. ஆடா போடா. ஸ்பேஸ்ஷிப் எப்படி கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றதுன்னே
Hit them
தெரியல.
hard and give no quarter. There's nothing on that garbage scow worth salvaging.
Groot, find us a channel with less butthole content.
The Flarkers are forcing it open somehow.
Feel free to panic. Your dying cries will be recorded as proof of your demise.
Taking fire!
அடி. கொன்னடிச்சிட்டோம்.
Got a piece of that guy!
Try not to get shot, Quill.
Lying, this sucks! Jeez, how much money did she offer these guys?
More than that Ravager is worth.
These ships ain't dying fast enough.
There's an art to this, Rocket. We're artists.
இங்கதான். புடி அவனை புடி.
These guys have really bad timing.
Perfect timing from where I stand.
Stop barking orders, Groot. You don't even know how to fly her.
Please try to flee. I would love to hunt you down.
Private Morning Glory's running his mouth again. Can't we just send an IOU to Lady H?
She will receive your splintered remains.
எங்கடா இருக்கீங்க? ஏய்
Hang
ஆடா.
in there, bud. They ain't killed us yet.
Where's Drax the Destroyer? My bounty's for 5 of you.
Drax can't come to the phone right now. Feels kind of good to have bounty hunters after us. Means we're making a name for ourselves, right?
Normally this would be good practice, but Captain Creepy's timing is as bad as his costume.
Feel free to show off, Quill. They ain't
ஆடா முடிஞ்சிருச்சு.
Hit them hard and give no quarter. There's nothing on that garbage scow worth salvaging.
Groot, find us a channel with less butthole content.
The Flarkers are forcing it open somehow.
Feel free to panic. Your dying cries will be recorded as proof of your demise.
I am Groot.
Hang in there, bud. They ain't killed us yet. Lady Skullsuit has the worst flarkin' timing.
Is she here?
Just her goons. This time.
Got a piece of that guy.
எங்கடா இருக்கீங்க?
Feels kind of good to have bounty hunters after us. Means we're making a name for ourselves, right?
Normally this would be good practice, but Captain Creepy's timing is as bad as his costume.
Where's Drax the Destroyer? My bounty's for 5 of you.
Ain't a bad question.
Drop out and get a better angle if it gets too hot.
Or feel free to point the guns right at him and charge. Feel free to show off, Quill. They insulted my baby.
Just make sure you're shooting while you do it.
ஏய் எங்க இருக்காங்கன்னு தெரிஞ்சா தானே ஷூட் பண்ண முடியும்.
These guys have really bad timing.
Another problem for our pile of problems.
I am Groot.
Stop barking orders, Groot. You don't even know how to fly her. These ships ain't dying fast enough.
There's an art to this, Rocket. We're artists.
இடிச்சு தான்டா சாவறேன்.
Hit them hard and give no quarter. There's nothing on that garbage scout worth salvaging.
Groot, find us a channel with less butthole content.
The Flarkers are forcing it open somehow.
Feel free to panic. Your dying cries will be recorded as proof of your demise.
Feels kind of good to have bounty hunters after us.
Slow,
Means we're making a name for ourselves, right?
Normally this would be good practice, but Captain Creepy's timing is as bad as his costume.
I am Groot.
Stop barking orders, Groot. You don't even know how to fly her.
இது மேல வேற போய்க்கிட்டே பொறுமையா.
Lady H?
She'll want a payment in blood, probably yours.
I am Groot.
Hang in there, bud. They ain't killed us yet.
பொறுமையா ஹேண்டில் பண்ணு. மவுஸ் ரொம்ப பொறுமையா.
I would love to hunt you down.
Private Morning Glory's running his mouth again.
பொறுமையா ஹேண்டில்
These ships ain't
பண்ணுவேன்.
dying fast enough.
There's an art to this, Rocket. We're artists.
Where's Drax the Destroyer? My bounty's for 5 of you.
Ain't a bad question. Feel free to show off, Quill. They insulted my baby.
லைட்டா.
Yes. Feel free to show off as you die.
இருக்கான். கரெக்டா மார்க்ல.
These guys have really bad timing.
Starting to wish I'd stayed in dog jail.
எங்க இருக்கானுங்க.
Jeez, how much money did she offer these guys?
லைட்டா கண்ட்ரோல்.
Because they ain't gonna survive this.
மீதி ரெண்டு பேரும் எங்க இருக்கானுங்க. பொறுமையா.
Drop out and get a better angle if it gets too hot.
That's no fun.
எங்கடா இருக்கீங்க? அத இருக்கான்.
Feels kind of good to have bounty hunters after us. Means we're making a name for ourselves, right?
That don't even make sense. We just wasted a ton of you.
Who's the inferior life form now, huh?
Still.
Peter, I'm picking up something.
What?
It appears I'll have to finish this myself. So you defeated my fighters, but my cruiser will crush you.
That's it? That's what you've been bragging about?
What do you mean?
Nothing. I'm sure it's very comfortable.
I will not be mocked.
Then do something about it.
That did some real damage. Keep hitting his exhaust ports.
Your strategy will work.
Thanks. You just confirmed that it will.
Moron. Protect our ports.
This guy's starting to sound like Rocket.
It's called language efficiency, Quill.
பொறுமையா.
Lady Skullsuit has the worst flarkin' timing.
Is she here?
Just her goons. This time.
You okay in there, Cap?
Stay still and I'll show you.
Starting to feel like we pissed off the whole galaxy.
A good chunk of them anyway.
Really need to work on our PR. Ooh, right up the exhaust port.
Feel bad, Guardians.
Nope, not a thing.
The Milano definitely felt it.
பொறுமையா மேலே ரொம்ப மேலே மார்க்கு அட்டாச்சு வா
Scrap sacks care if the galaxy's under siege.
I am Clary, warrior.
அப்பா நம்மளுக்கு இந்த ஸ்பேஸ்ல பறக்கிறதும் சுத்தமா வராது.
I doubt we've seen the last of her.
We'll worry about Lady Hellbender later. Let's just focus on getting to Xandar. Punch it!
இப்போ நம்ம Xandar போறோம்.
Yeah, old girl needs a tune-up.
We can do it once we reach the station.
I ain't letting no buckethead near my...
New Xandar.
Wow, talk about cosmic gridlock.
Front system.
I haven't seen this many ships around Xandar since the start of the Galactic War.
Open a channel, Groot. Let's see what's going on.
Power supplies are low. Need access to facilities.
These ships come from converted worlds.
They're refugees.
Need immediate docking permission. Please answer us.
Groot, that's enough.
I don't see any rescue shuttles coming out. They're ignoring them.
No. Nova Corps might be a bunch of self-righteous domeheads, but they're supposed to be helping folk. That's their whole flarkin' deal.
Relax, Rocket. We'll just call the station and ask to speak to the World Mind. Groot.
Welcome to Nova Corps headquarters.
Please state your preferred language of communication.
I know, Bud, but now we can all follow along with Starpant's mistakes.
How may we assist you?
Your crippling indecision vexes me, Peter Quill. Choose.
என்ன choose பண்ணனும்?
We should report what Raker is up to.
Think the Flarkin World Mind doesn't already know?
Maybe not everything.
Flark you!
We are aware of the current threat, but
And devote no resources toward fighting it.
Just pick something, Peter. How about future crime?
Great idea.
Thank you for being proactive.
However, the galaxy's impending doom makes
All future crimes irrelevant.
We should tell them about the promise.
Due to the imminent termination of civilization,
we are unable to open new cases.
I suggest the officers' directory. Certainly the World Mind will be listed there.
The
allocation of resources for direct
communication with us has been denied.
We apologize for the inconvenience.
Well, it was worth a shot. Let's try something else.
இப்போ யாரை தான்டா இது பண்றது?
After scanning your ship,
Our near-perfect algorithms pre-selected
several officer choices. Cadet Nicolette Gold's communication privileges
are suspended while we investigate
her involvement in unsanctioned cult
activity.
You should force your spawn to answer us.
Groot wants you to pick World Mind.
Centurion co-rel
World Mind தான் ரீச்
Has
பண்ண
either
முடியலையே.
been destroyed or disabled.
and could not be reached.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry, Quill.
Me too.
Hey, Woolberry, got any ideas?
Scroll down! Scroll down! This menu
Well, I might have
again?
Scroll back up! I think I saw someone interesting.
Does that
Picture
say Nova
Rider.
Prime? Any idea which one?
Nova Prime's identity is confidential
And communication with them is forbidden.
until further notice.
Huh. Doesn't say which one. Why even list them then? Peter, I think everyone here is too busy or dead to answer.
Perhaps we
யார்கிட்ட
should try
பேசுறது?
another menu.
ரிச்சர்ட் ரைடர்ட்ட பேசி பார்ப்போமா?
Nova number 11249-44396
is out of
our sensor range and unavailable
for contact.
Richard Ryder. Sounds Terran.
You seriously
அவனவா
don't
கார்ல
know
ஜாயின்
who he
பண்றோம்
is?
அப்படின்றோம்.
I have yet to meet a Terran of any interest.
Congratulations on your decision to join the Corps. To begin, state your full name,
Designation or serial number.
Richard Ryder.
Star-Lord.
Quill's mom!
This strategy
Star-Lord.
is futile.
Oh, come on, muscle brain. It might work.
please state your celestial body.
Or artificial installation of origin.
Someplace.
Earth.
I continue to doubt this strategy.
Sheesh. Yeah,
Finally,
In a few words,
describe what made you want to join Nova Corps.
because
I
I'm
want
a
to
sucker.
enforce justice.
Looks like the best AI in the world couldn't parse that. Good job, boys.
Not today.
Dynamite
All right,
years.
so that was fun, but a complete waste of time. Any other ideas?
only one application per cycle is permitted.
And you cannot resume a cancelled
Application.
We
We
are
are sad to inform you that Denarian Carlos
is currently missing and
is
assumed
assumed dead.
ஏய் யாரையுமே காண்டாக்ட் பண்ண முடியல.
on the rock?
We definitely did not murder him, and definitely did not admit it in front of a Nova Corps console rocket.
ரிச்சர்ட் ரைடர் இல்ல.
Corbin Day is missing in action
and unable to respond.
Heard of him. He was in the Resistance.
So much for near perfect algorithms, helpline.
கவர்மெண்ட்டை பேச முடியல. நிக்கல் கோல்டு கொரால் ரிச்சர்ட் ரைடர் ரோமண்டே கார்லாஸு அவ்வளோதான். யாருக்கிட்டையுமே பேச முடியல. இப்போ நான் என்ன தான்டா பண்ணுறது? சரி நம்மளே இது பண்ணிக்குவோம்.
Do you think turning ourselves in would get their attention?
Nah.
Connecting.
to be-
I can't believe that worked.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Explain yourselves.
Hey, World Mind. Long time no see. It's me, Peter Quill, Star-Lord.
And, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Check the addendum.
We need your help.
To pay a fine.
No, of course not. You need to save the
The
galaxy.
Galaxy cannot be saved, Peter Quill.
What?
A mass delusion known as the Promise
Is sweeping its systems, converting all who encounter
counter it.
In
In less than 3 cycles,
it has spread from the crew of a single star
star frigate to multiple outposts.
worlds and systems.
Praxius 9, Rigel 3.
75.222%
2% of the Andromeda Galaxy.
all lost.
Of course, she don't mention Contraxia.
They, actually. The World Mind is a collective consciousness.
Look, we know who's behind the Promise. We've seen it happening up close and personal. We're here to pass on information to you so you can stop it.
How can we be more clear?
The Universal Church of Truth
Cannot be stopped.
Told ya. They're a collective.
It is a machine.
Look, we just escaped the Church's mothership. We have a ton of intel you can use to bring them down.
There is nothing you can tell us we do not
already know.
Pretty sure I know a few things that even a supercomputer can't know.
Such as...
Well, how to groom the feathers on a Shi'ar warbird, for starters.
How are you still alive?
Because I know how to groom the feathers.
Yeah, well, I know where you can buy hack Nova Corps helmets at ridiculously discounted prices. What? They obviously don't know about it, or they'd do something.
The point is, we've lived things, experienced things. We've survived the Promise, and maybe our experience can be used to help you bring them down.
It is possible.
We have overlooked the value of individual
Experiential memories stored
within our files.
Good. So let's pool resources.
However, given the ill-defined
Parameters of such a query, undertaking
undertaking
a
a search protocol at this time is
ill-advised.
Now, if you will excuse us,
The Universal Church of Truth's forces
draw closer to this region of space.
It is critical that we depart before they arrive.
You're running away?
What about the refugees? You're just gonna leave them defenseless?
Our primary directive is the preservation
Of Xandarian culture. All else
is
is
secondary.
Ain't you seen what your planet looks like? Xandarian culture is a lost cause.
Culture is more than a location.
Where would you even go?
Please understand that we are not
able to disclose information of
this nature to untrustworthy parties.
Untrustworthy my tale.
And how long are you gonna hide from the church, huh? A millennia? Millennia?
As long as it takes.
And if you try to come back, you'll be completely outnumbered.
Xandarian culture will be preserved, but it'll never be safe again.
Point taken. Nevertheless, we must leave.
Why?
For unknown reasons, the church
is stockpiling resources.
its influence has grown beyond all probabilistic.
Models.
Then update your models.
We
We cannot adjust our computations to the enemy's
nonsensical power source.
You mean faith energy?
faith as an energy source is
Illogical. We are unable to
compute scenarios to fight that which should not
exist.
So you're just gonna let the church win?
If the power source cannot be quantified,
It cannot be countered.
Most sentient beings don't have the luxury of calculating their odds before getting into a fight.
Don't you control the Nova Force? The magical energy that powers Nova Core?
it is not
magical. But yes,
Then how do you explain that one? Because to an outsider, it doesn't seem logical at all.
Thanos used to say it was generated by the living computers of Xandar.
the living computers of Xandar
are the Nova Force. It exists because we exist.
and we exist, therefore it does.
Sounds like you're able to harness your collective energy just like Raker with other people's faith. Maybe the way you do it can tell you how the church does.
Perhaps. You have given us new data to consider.
Guardians of the Galaxy. We will.
Later. Right now we need to focus.
on our departure.
You're still leaving?
We
We did not make this decision without considering
all available options. A complete
search of our databanks only revealed
A single entity with the potential
to stop them.
What is it?
Not what, who.
Adam Warlock, the Church's original Golden God.
Unfortunately, he perished.
In the last year of the Galactic War,
Great. So no one?
we
We
are
are pleased you reached the same conclusion.
we did.
It appears that our travel preparations
Are almost complete. Farewell,
Guardians
Guardians.
of the Galaxy.
No, wait!
என்னடா விட்டுட்டு போறீங்க?
Classic Nova Core. Ain't helped us then, you won't help us now. What?
என்னடா
Are you kidding
பண்ணலாம்?
me? Groot says the Flarkin helpline's still asking for fine money.
என்ன க்ரூட் ஒன்று பல மாற்றினா இப்படி மறுபடியும் ரிவர்ஸ் ஆகிட்டேன்.
You know what? Screw this. Cancel payment.
Peter!
What? It's not like Nova Corps is gonna come after us. They're leaving.
Exactly. They're leaving. That was our only chance to get this disabler off the Milano. We can't escape the church with a locked ship.
Who cares? By the time it activates, we'll already either be converted or dead.
Peter, we've got movement.
They're taking off. Quill?
ஏய் இடிக்குது.
Son of a schmack!
ஏய் வந்துட்டானுங்கடா. உறிஞ்சிடாங்கடா எல்லாத்தையும்.
Accepting the promise.
We gotta jump, Quill.
I know.
Truck's promise is becoming real.
Peter?
Gotta get clear first. Come on. And go!
Jump. Okay. Anna, எங்க jump பண்ணிருக்கோம்?
Scott!
Whoa!
What the flark did you do?
I don't know.
Why have we stopped?
The loser legion must have hit something when they ambushed us.
Guys,
It's only a matter of time before the galaxy accepts the promise.
Sacrosanct is back there. We can't just sit here.
guys.
And how are we gonna do that? We're dead in the fucking water!
And if they find us, we're screwed.
Freely accepted.
Oh yeah, and without an engine, we're screwed anyway!
ஏய் கொஞ்ச நேரம் அமைதியா இருங்கடா.
Enough! Just stop already! I can't hear myself think. Rocket, fix the engines.
How am I supposed to do that? I can't even run a diagnose.
I don't care! Just fix it!
Scoff.
And what are we supposed to do?
I don't know, okay? I can't just conjure up answers every 2 seconds.
Fine.
கொஞ்ச நேரம் அமைதியா இருங்கடா. என்னன்னு பார்க்கறேன்.
Don't. I just can't do this right now. I need some rest.
Relax in your
Screw Noble
quarters.
Core. Shouldn't have counted on them in the first place.
Look, it's our great leader.
Hey.
Here to yell at me some more?
What? No.
I really don't feel like small talk.
நீங்க எல்லாம் கத்திக்கிட்டு இருந்தீங்க அதனை பாட்டுறதுக்கு நான் கத்துனேன். டோஸ்ட் எடுத்து தலை போ சரி போ அவன் எங்க போனா ராக்கெட் என்ஜின் செட் பண்ணுவான்.
Really? How did you... I'm gonna get... Girl.
ஏய் ஏன்
Shoot,
போ.
shoot. Screw it.
கொஞ்ச நேரம் ரெஸ்ட் எடுப்போம்.
And the bed smells. Great.
ஏன்டா லைட்டு டிம் ஆகிட்டு வருது மறுபடியும் டிம் ஆகுது. தூங்கிட்டேன். டரடன் 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 டரடன்.
We have a ship. This is our room. Why is it so small? Look at you. Me.
Oh.
Weird hair.
What? What is this? How are you... me?
Come on. The talking raccoon's waiting for you. Everybody is.
Rocket, yeah, he was fixing that thing that broke.
Hey, if we're some kind of big space hero now, why are we running from the bad guys?
It's complicated.
No, it's not. Stop running. And we've landed.
Groot, wanted to let you sleep. Can you believe it?
How long was I out?
Long enough to fly us all the way to the quarantine zone.
Wait, how do we fly out here?
Quill, do you want to fix your ship or not?
My ship!
Yes, your ship.
So you flew us all the way here?
Yup.
Without asking?
Hey, I asked. You said, and I quote, "I'll take you to the stars. I'll show you who we are. We're space riders with no name." And then you went back to sleep.
And you thought that meant yes?
Good enough for me.
ready பண்ணு.
Is everyone outside already?
Yep, waiting for us.
இரு வரேன், நான் போயிட்டு இந்த லாமாட்ட பேசிட்டு வந்துடுறேன். அது ஏதோ சொல்லுச்சு.
Seriously, Rocket, you don't feel weird coming back here after...
Focus on what's happening now, Quill. What's done is done. Right now, ship needs fixing.
Ain't the only thing that needs fixing.
We'll cross that bridge when Groot makes it.
என்னடா? சரி, ஓகே. நான் போயிட்டு வரேன்.
Once we're outside, should I be looking around, lifting stuff?
Only if you want to get your hands all sticky. Wait for my signal before you touch anything. Most of the debris out here is junk, and we still got a whole scudding church up our butts.
Yeah, almost forgot about that.
All the more reason to find those... There, let's go!
Look who stumbled out of bed.
The rodent made decisions in your sleep.
Yeah, I know.
Took you long enough.
What? Nikki? You're not supposed to be here.
You promised you would get me out of here.
I know, but... Nikki! Guys, don't let it get to you!
Won't have to tell me twice!
என்னடா நடக்குது?
Nobody hurts my friend!
Take that, you ugly monster thing!